Right, demand, that's the amount that one person is willing and able to buy at different prices. That's the law of demand here. As the price goes up, quantity demand goes down, ceteris paribus, which basically means holding all the other factors constant, so we can see how the change in price affects quantity demand. But showing a movement along the curve, you go P to P dash with your direction arrows and the Q to Q dash. You only get a movement along the curve, you get a change in price. A shift of the curve is when we relax this assumption of ceteris paribus and we look at other factors and the whole curve will shift to a new position. Again shown with direction arrows, and the curve itself now labelled D dash to indicate the new position. In this case it's gone to the right, we call that an increase in demand. In year 13, level 3, the change is that you have to sort of name the product, because the question will say give a specific reason for the change. So an increase in the price of a substitute, try and mention the product's name. Supply, similar ideas. The law of supply this time is the price goes up, quantity supplied goes up, ceteris paribus, and again showing a movement along due to a price change with the P and the P dash, the Q and the Q dash with our direction arrows. Again, the curve will shift if we relax this assumption up of ceteris paribus, and these are the factors that are related to supply, which are not the same as the ones for demand. Basically related to the costs of production. If they decrease, the supply will increase and shift to the right. New technology and workers' productivity going up will obviously decrease the costs, and supply will go out to the right. Combining the two graphs, we get the market situation. This is the point that we're after here, where the market will clear. It's the price at which your quantity demanded equals the quantity supplied, and there is neither a surplus or a shortage. Prices below the equilibrium, P1, there will be a shortage, because this here is what people want, that's the quantity demanded. This is what firms will supply, that's quantity supplied. Price will go up, and as the price goes up, quantity supply will go up, quantity demanded will go down until the market clears at the equilibrium position. Areas 1, 2, 3, it's above the price but below the demand curve. We call that CS before, and you should be able to define CS as the difference between what consumers are willing to pay and what they actually pay rather than go without. And the area of producer surplus before is 4, 5, 6, and that is the difference between
total earnings of suppliers,
total earnings and total costs required to put a quantity of goods on the market. That's right, isn't it, Eddie?
that is correct.
That's right. Look, when we shift the curve and the curve goes up here, the supply curve goes up here, that would be due to a tax being imposed. The tax will put the price of the product up, and the tax will be equal to the distance between the two lines, and it doesn't have to go up by the full amount of the tax. So if the tax was, say, $10, and that original price was 15, this price up here does not have to be 25, that could be 20. This means this number down here will be 10, so that is a $10 tax. We get new areas, and it's nice to shade in the areas. I like to shade in this area here, 2 and 4, and 2 and 4 is the total tax area. Okay, of that tax area, this is the consumer share, and 4 is the producer share. That leaves us with other areas that we need to identify. The one here is the CS after, and the PS after the tax is area 6, and the area 3 and 5 is what we call our deadweight loss. And if we want the consumer share of the tax, that is 2. Consumer share of the deadweight loss is area 3. The PS share of the tax is 4. The deadweight loss attributable to the producer is 5. The total loss of CS, well, if you look at the difference between the two diagrams, there'll be 4 and the after. You had 1, 2, 3, now you've only got 1 left. So the total loss of CS is 2 and 3. And when you look at the PS, we had 4, 5, 6. Now we've only got 6 left, therefore we've lost 4 and 5. Now with the trade diagram,